Hi everyone, this is Salathia with Dotted Line Signings, and today we will be discussing three different calendars that you can use for your notary business. We have Calendly, Setmore, and Acuity, and this will just be a very brief overview of the calendar, the features, the prices, and we will also demo what a free account looks like as well as upload it to my website so we can see what it looks like live so you can get a feel if that's how you want your website to flow. So give me just a moment and we will get started. And you can find this video, if you're watching it on the replay, you probably seeing it on Dotted Line Signings or on Virtual Notary Tools. I will cross post this video only because it applies to in-person signings, which is geared towards my Dotted Line Signings YouTube, or my Virtual Notary Tools page, which is geared towards the online notary. So let's get started. I'm gonna share my screen. 1 second. Okay, so this is Calendly. I've used Calendly. It's a tongue twister for me, y'all. I apologize. I've used Calendly before, probably 2013, 2014 is when I was first introduced to this application for taking appointments. And you can sign up, as you see here, for free, no credit card required. But for me, anytime I go to a website and I'm checking it out, the first thing I'm going to do is jump to pricing. Feel free to take notes or rewatch the video or just go to the website. So they do offer the free account and you can see what you get on a free account. So when I'm looking at if I want to pay for something, I do look across here at the prices and then I'll look at the features and determine what features do I really truly need. Because if I really need more than one event type, then the free plan won't work for me. I'll have to either pay the $8 or the $12. Hold on, that's billed annually. Let me switch. If it's billed monthly, then it's $10 for the premium and $15 for the pro. So that's what I usually do when I'm trying to decide what I need a particular tool for. And let's see, removable Calendly branding. That basically means it'll remove the word Calendly off of your website. Even though you can't get it on the free plan, you have to determine if that's really something that is going to make or break if you go with the free plan. So before you get started looking for a calendar, you might want to know what you absolutely have to have in order for that calendar to work for you. So I'm just going to scroll to see. It has a Zoom integration on the free plan. And what else do they have on? You have access to help on the free plan. There are a few other integrations. This may be a big one, being able to add it to your website. If you like sending your notifications or appointment reminders to your clients through text messaging, then you'll all the way be over here at the $15 a month plan. So it's $15 a month if you pay monthly. If you want to pay annually, then it's $12 times 12, $144 for the year. Okay, that's about as good as the math gets. So let's sign up. And for this demonstration purpose, I did create a new email address. So I'm looking down at it so I can try to remember. And then let's see what we get for free. Okay, so it's asking me to sign up with Google. Let's see. Google is like almost connected to everything. or a single sign-on. So I'm going to share the information with Google and Calendly. Okay, and I'm gonna leave it. It looks like you get to create a URL that is could be your business name, your name, or however you want someone to remember your calendar. Then you can continue. I did, my time zone was there as Eastern, and they're gonna check this. We'll check, they'll add events, and I'm giving them permission to do that. And for intents and purposes of this demonstration, these are my business hours. And like I said, you can change it later. And what is my day-to-day role? Wow. Let's go with this one. Leader, entrepreneur. We're just going to choose the first one. But of course, you'll choose whatever is applicable for you. Something is over here on the side, so I had to move my screen over a little bit. So this is getting started. So you can create a new event type. Let's try that. I'm gonna go with the 15-minute, but what would we use? We would probably call it something like a mobile notary appointment. Don't really have a location. Let me notarize your documents. And that's the link. So if you wanted to send one, to send someone specifically this calendar, you can, and they will be able to use that link to make an appointment with you. Okay, so they can book this appointment in 30-minute increments, 60 days ahead. And of course, you can change that, like how many days in the future, or business days or calendar days you want them to be able to book your event. I'm using my existing schedule, which is 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. It's going to be 30 minutes, but it looks like you get to choose how long you want it to be. And remember, you can change your schedule for when you want people to be able to book this event. What I do like about calendars is allowing for buffers before the event and after the event. You don't want people to be able to book every 30 minutes because you got to figure in your travel time and things like that. So a good buffer before each appointment, maybe an hour. And then after the event, maybe 30 minutes. So that whole event is going to take up 2 hours on your calendar, an hour before, the 30 minutes for the appointment, and the 30 minutes after the appointment. So you won't find yourself overbooking if you have buffers set up. Now, of course, you're the admin person. You can go in and book it how you want, but it will keep people from overbooking and not being able to book back to back to back, which I think is a good thing. And we're going to hit next. I did choose the purple color, and they can do it. And now it's ready to accept. So you get to ask questions like their name, their email address, and please share anything that will help. And I think this one would be the address that you're going to, address of where you need to do the notarization, how many stamps, anything, how many stamps needed, and so they'll be able to tell you when they're booking. And what that does is allow you to give an accurate quote once they've booked it. Let's see if we can get payments on this one. notification and cancellation policy. This is how you can set that up. Let's see, we can't, oh, we can do, they said we can do text reminders, but I have a feeling may not be able to because that's part of the paid plan. I do believe you may be on a trial when you set up Calendly to get all of their features until you decide to pay. Cancellation policy. If you have a cancellation policy, definitely put it there. You're going to save and close. Confirmation page. What do you want to say on your confirmation page? Or do you want to redirect to a different site? I'll just say display the Calendly confirmation page. Let's see. Can we collect payments for this event? So these are the different integrations. So if you accept PayPal or Stripe, let me see if they have Square. That's my API key. I don't see Square. So it looks like you may have to use PayPal or Stripe to collect payments for your events. But we're just going to call this a free event. And so now, let's see. We can share our link. So as you can see, I can add it to the website. So why don't we try that? So I'm going to copy this as a text, inline, embed, or pop-up widget. So these are the 3 different ways that you can add Calendly to your website. Let's do the embed. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this, copy my code. I'm gonna go over to my website. Sorry, y'all, I gotta move the little bar over a little bit. And then I'm gonna go here and I should be able to edit. If it's gonna let me do it, there we go. Paste it. So this is how it's gonna look on your website. And you see it has the ribbon there. If you pay for a plan, then that ribbon goes away. If that really annoys you, then you'll have to pay for a plan. And so this is the mobile notary appointment. That's the one that we just created. Let me see. I can publish it because it's really not going to show up on my website, so I don't mind hitting publish. And let's see. It is live. So this is how it looks. And you can select the date and time. Remember, I'm only open Monday through Friday. So I want a Monday and 10:30. And then it's gonna, I'll have to enter the information. So of course, this is what your signers will do. And it'll schedule it for them. I'm just gonna put, I can't even spell my name, hold on y'all. And my new email address because I want us to see what it looks like. beelinesign@gmail.com. Nothing. 2. I don't want a text reminder, but we're gonna go ahead and schedule the event. Okay, so now let's go over here to the email and refresh it. Okay. They're letting me know a new event has been scheduled. And so all of the details are in the email. So that's Calendly. I'm very deliberate in trying to say that. Hold on one second. So now we're going to go over to Setmore. We're going to try Setmore. Hold on one second. Okay, everyone, before we move on to Setmore, I did want to point out that I'm enjoying the pro trial, which will downgrade on December the 12th. So if you sign up for Calendly, you're going to see more features because you'll be on the pro plan than if you were on the free plan. So a question was asked about uploading documents. I did not see that feature, but if you do find it, please let me know in the comments. Asked about being able to have ask certain questions of your during your appointment. So you can always edit your event type, and you would just click this button and click edit, and then you can add those additional questions that you want to ask. I was also asked about making appointments private so that you can share that particular event with a few customers or one particular customer if you're creating events for different customers, meaning that that customer may get a discount or part of a special package. I believe if you do not make it live on your page, then you can send them the link. If it's on, then it's going to be on your website, or however it's going to be attached to your name here. And just remember that on the free plan, you only get one event. So it would just be one appointment type. But as you know, we may have more than one appointment type. So the free plan may or may not work, but you'll start on the pro trial and then you'll be able to decide if Calendly is something that you want to continue using. So now we're going to move over to Setmore. So Setmore, I do not use. So we're going to look at their pricing, same way we did with Calendly. Sorry, I'm taking notes. And right now it's showing us annual billing, $9 per month times 12, whatever that magic number is. But if you're paying on a monthly basis, then you will be paying $12 per month per user, and Pro is $9 per month per user. Um, hmm. I guess when I'm sorry, y'all. I was really looking at it. Like I said, this is the first time I'm looking at it. So you can have up to 4 users on a free plan, but if you're using 1 or 2 users, it's $12 a month per user. But if you have more than 3 users, then it's $9 per month per user. So if it's 2 of y'all, then it's $24 per month. If it's 3 of y'all, it's $27 per month. But on the pro, you get everything on your premium plan.
So, Latha, you have a question.
Okay. Yes.
What is the difference between pro and premium plan?
Did you see my head turn? Because I was like, But you know what? I think I was like, oh, okay. I guess in all transparency, I was thrown. I'm used to seeing maybe the number swap, but I realized because of the number of users, that's probably why it's a little less. So let's see what the difference is. You get unlimited appointments on the free plan. Premium Pro and Pro, you get a little bit more. It seems like you're getting everything It's the same on the Premium and Pro. I'm going down slowly, y'all. Sorry. Social media integration, CRM, website, analytics. You can accept payments on the free plan, then it's just Square only. But if you're using Square and or Stripe, then on a Premium and Pro plan. It looks like they're the same. So I would say the only difference is how many users. So if it's just you and you're on monthly and you didn't want the free, then you'll be paying $12 a month.
And just really quick, oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I actually use Setmore, and so this one is a little bit geared towards professional services like hair salons, that sort of thing. So with that, I only use the free version, but that the pro version is if you have like maybe other notaries or other staff members. So when a
Hmm.
person comes to your website to book an appointment, they can choose which staff member they'd like to have. But again, I only use the free version, and that seems to do everything I need.
Yep, especially if you're using Square. If you want the free version, then you might have to switch to Square if you're not using Square. There was something else I wanted to see.
Salathiel, while you're scrolling, we have
Mhm.
another question. What is the setup for accepting electronic payments?
Okay, so it depends on how you want to accept your payment. There are different processors. I use Square. I've used Cash App. I've used Zelle. PayPal is really popular. I haven't used Stripe. I'm saying that, but I don't recall using Stripe, at least not lately. Um, so you will have to sign up with one of those services, a Square or a Stripe service, and maybe we can discuss that in a future meeting, the different payment processors. And if you accept credit cards through them, then you know they're going to charge you a processing fee for that to accept the credit card. Okay, so let's see what free looks like. Free. Oh, shucks, and I already remember that email address. I don't know how I feel about that, but oh, you know what? I'm gonna sign up using Google. Here we go. Because I don't want to have to remember another password. In all honesty, that's why it's going to be linked. Okay, can I hit this? Is it gonna let me skip it? Nope. So we're just gonna, and like Keisha said, the, the ones at the top.
You have another question. Can the electronic payments platforms be linked to this software?
Yes, it looks like this one you can use Square and Stripe. And you know what, y'all? I take it back. I don't use Stripe to process payments, but I use Stripe to receive payments. I knew I wasn't saying something correctly. Like I have a couple of vendors um, or a couple of clients that pay using Stripe. So we're just going to go through this, you know, same way we did with Calendly. And it's just going to be me and my sample service is going to be 60 minutes. Oh, we'll change it mobile notary service. Total time is 30 minutes. So this one is asking for a price. So we're just going to say $20. That's Seems reasonable. $10 for a stamp, and maybe you're driving 3 miles from your house. Oh, at least one staff member. Okay, so this is where you get to choose who is providing that service. And we're just going to leave it with that one. But if you had more on staff, then you can say everybody is providing that service. Okay, that was a quick setup. It's already trying to get me for my money already, and I just set it up. But we're going to continue with free.
Can I interject another question?
Yeah, of course.
Addie's saying she has not heard about Stripe. Can you tell a little bit more about it?
Stripe is sort of like Square. It's another way for you to accept payments. I believe they may have a card reader, but don't quote me on that. Hold on, let me see.
They do.
They do? Okay.
Yes, they have both of those, though you do have to pay for it. It's not free like the one from Square, but it's not a lot.
I think you get your first Square one for free, and then after that, your Square reader is like $10, I believe. I believe that's how much I paid for mine. Once I had the free one, I couldn't find the free one. I needed to order a new one, so I did have to pay for my second one. Okay, so we have a calendar view. I do like a calendar view because I like to see how my days are planned, so I do like that. It looks like you can put in your customers. You can add a new customer and what appointments they have. Okay, so let's see what this page looks like. This is also integrations. You can integrate using Facebook, Instagram, Slack, and Instagram streaming. Okay, okay. So these are the payment integrations we were just talking about: Square and Stripe, and you'll be able to process your payment directly through the page or your calendar. And it does integrate with WordPress, so that's good too. And I know some folks use Squarespace. So it looks like they have a few integrations that will be really good to put your calendar. And they have a calendar sync. I like that because I use several calendars, but I can always go to one calendar and see everything from all of my calendars in that one particular calendar. I know you probably wonder, why do I have so many calendars? Wish I had an answer. But no matter which calendar I look at, I can see all of my events for that particular day. Google Analytics, MailChimp, Gmail, they do have a lot of integrations. So the point of the integration is to make your business a one-stop shop so that you can have all of your things in one place and have them connect and sync with each other to be able to process the information seamlessly without having to go through different platforms to be able to capture the same information that's in one place. I'm scrolling back to the top. Hey, Keisha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I believe that I am on the free plan and not under a trial. Are all of these free? Do you get to see all of these integrations?
I do. So I'm actually, I had logged into my account because I'm looking to, I have everything on a free plan except that Zoom integration. So I'm curious as to see how people would actually use that. So you can add Zoom meetings to your appointments. So if you like taught a class or I guess if you're offering like some notary consultations like we do, that's a thought. And it's crazy because I wanted to look at your Zoom because I was looking into maybe switching to a different calendar, because what I didn't like is, or I guess it is a pro, when my website went down, I utilized my Setmore as my website. And so I had a separate link I could actually send people to. They still could book appointments. They could see my social media, but my actual website was down. So I saw where you scroll past the WordPress integration. I had no idea I could integrate it, because what I did is I have WordPress too. I was copying the link, and so when the person would click on book now, it would go to the standalone Setmore site. So I'm curious to see how that WordPress integration works. That's why I immediately logged in, and I was like, wait, what? I'm trying to get rid of these guys to go to something that looks like Calendly, because I wanted it to stay, within my site. And now I see that they have WordPress integration. And granted, I've been using this the last like 6 years, so I wasn't up on all the new features that they have, even for free users. So I'm glad to see that.
Well, let's see. Let's see what it will look like on WordPress. So we're going to go through the same steps. It looks like you can download a plugin, but for this demo, I'm just going to copy, and let's see if it's going, but this looks like I would have to install the plugin. So it doesn't look like it's just a copy and paste, but let's see what we can do. It looks like you will have to download the plugin and actually connect it to your website versus just doing like an embed we did on Calendly, because this is your booking page, right? So I copied it, but if I go over to WordPress, let me see what happens.
Salathia, while you're doing that, you have another question.
Okay.
And Addie's asking, can this software be used for data and categorizing fees and services?
Let me go back. Oh, hold on. Let me see what it looks like on the website. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Sorry, my little thing just went. One of my little lines just came up, and I can't make it go away. Hold on.
And really quick for Addie, in that sense of like the categorizing, you won't be able to do it as if this were sort of like an invoicing software, because it's not. So you can't just load up expenses. With the service that we created, and you put the dollar amount in, what that's doing is if someone were to go to that service and book it, you can get that payment up front, or you can choose to put in zero so that the person can actually schedule the mobile notary, and then you get paid, by other means, or you're sending an invoice after the fact. But when you put that payment in, when you first create the service, if someone were to go to book it, the system will force them to pay it in advance. But it's not like the invoicing software where you can, load up your expenses and that sort of thing.
And boom, there we go. Sorry, y'all. I'm looking over here to see the best place to enter, because it's not HTML. It's just a single, it's a website.
If you have, it asks for a widget, Salathia. So if you probably just add anywhere we could put a URL.
Okay,
so
I can do that as the text widget.
Yes.
That's on my text.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I had to do. If you link it to a text, and then when you open it, it opens in the standalone. But I'm curious to see how that plugin works. So I may be playing around with that too.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know why I click that. So if I put this, so even if I use this, right, it's going to, yep, that's it. So book now, right? Update. So what's going to happen now when I look at it on the website, it's going to, let me hit refresh. It's still going to take me outside of WordPress.
But if you did the plugin,
I thought I
and
just
then
hold on.
I'm sorry.
I thought I fixed that to make it hyperlink. Hold on. I didn't hit the apply button. Okay. Hit refresh. So, sorry y'all for the quiet. I'm over here concentrating. Okay, so it takes me to, so I'm out of WordPress, but the plugin would keep me in WordPress. But I think that'll
Mhm.
require a few more extra steps. So if you're interested in doing that, you will have to go back here, click on WordPress,
Yep.
and then
And
download the plugin, and then follow those
mhm.
instructions.
And
And
I
then
just
you
want to
should see
point
it
out
like
really
your website.
quickly, you can edit the URL on the free version. So mine says like Setmore dot after hours VA. So you can, edit it to work with your existing business name. So I do like that feature on it.
Ooh, ooh, I like it. I like it. Okay, so when I looked at the Zoom though, Keisha, is I think that's on the premium plan. So you'll have to get off the free
Yep, the
plan
Zoom is.
in order to use the Zoom integration. Um, what I do, and it's always the little things for me. I'm just really fascinated by it's the little things, y'all. It's the little things that I can see all of my appointments on one screen. It's on one day. I mean, excuse me, not one day, but on one screen. And so I can see if I have a 9 o'clock or 1 o'clock. So I do like that about Setmore. It does appear to be user friendly. And so this is what it would look like if you set it up. It looks like it does have an app that you can get from the App Store for your device so that you can have it with you at all times. Do we have any other questions before we move on over to Acuity? Okay, let's move to Acuity. Okay, so I will say that I do use Acuity and I'm on one of the plans. I can't remember which one, but we're about to find out. This is,
$15.
huh?
You're on the $15 plan.
Okay. So this one, I think I've been using Acuity since 2013. Been around for a minute and I like it. I don't remember what is on the free plan, but we're definitely going to sign up to see what's on the free plan. And what I'm thinking is going to happen is you're going to get all of the goodness of Acuity, but probably like Calendly, only like a few days, and then it's going to take you back down to what is offered in free plan. Sorry, y'all. So this is if you pay monthly. $15, $25, $50. So I do get all of this. They don't tell you what you get on your free plan, on their free plan, because they want you to sign up. So that's what we're going to do. I will say that I may be grandfathered in because I've had it for so long that I can get a variety of what may be on the growing plan versus um, that may not be available now. So you do get this. I wonder if this is still showing up on mine. It may be showing up on mine. I don't know. And so it's not a deal breaker that it is showing up on mine, but this is what you get on all of the paid plans. So here we go. So I'm going to sign up. I can't remember if it asked for a credit card or anything like that. And here we go. And just like that, I forgot the password. Okay. You're okay. So when you sign up, it lets you know that you're on a trial of the emerging entrepreneur. I believe that's the middle plan. I believe that might be the middle plan. And it's only a week trial, but I think that's enough time for you to know if this is what you want to use. Okay. It probably has business. Is it gonna let me, or do I have to choose one of theirs? Okay. So our first appointment type is a mobile notary appointment. Price, we're gonna stick with the $20. Duration, we're gonna stick with the 30 minutes. Remember, you're gonna see a few more advanced features than you would if you're on a free plan. It's making me do everything. So I have to type in when I'm available. Is it going to let me just do 9 to 5? Yeah. So whereas you had other ones that was just there for you, this isn't too bad because it's copying and pasting, but I did have to type it in. They can book themselves, accept payments, and this is where I accept payments using Square, and it does sync calendar. It has that buffer feature as well. So you can customize your page. If you have special hours that you use on certain days, you can do that. You can set that up based on your hours of availability. So I'm gonna go back home. So over here, you can set up different appointment types. So this is one where I know you can set up, like I have various appointment types. It could be my mobile notary appointment for $20, then I'll have another one for $30, and then another one for $40, and then another one for $50. So you can set up your appointment type, and we're just going to call this M&A 30 minutes and say this is the $20 one. If you don't have a price in there, then that will be your then it'll be considered free. You can make it public where everybody can see it, or you can make it private. You know, when we were talking about you just want this appointment specifically for one particular client. Is it gonna let me create the appointment type? So now both of my appointment types are there. The page must still be loading. Okay, it is. So what I also like about this, and I did see it in Calendly, and I believe it's there in Setmore as well, is you can have intake form questions that apply to each of your appointment types. Like if I have a mobile notary appointment, I have certain questions that I ask for that. If I'm doing a wedding, I have certain questions that I ask for that. If I'm doing an online notarization, I have certain questions that I ask for that. And that way I can have a form that is catered to each of my appointment types. I promise I probably have at least 20 or so appointment types in Acuity. So I do like that flexibility. And if you're accepting payments in Acuity, of course, the currency, and then you can use Stripe, Square, or PayPal, or a combination, however you want to accept your payments. Like if I say I wanted Square, I will have to connect my Square account. And if you want, and then you can set up how you want that payment to be received for that appointment. You can either require deposit, full payment, a deposit in dollars or a percentage. Allow pay what you want pricing. And if you don't want the payment online, then you can do it here, or valid credit card, but you don't charge the card, but it's on file for at the end of it. So a few times when I do get my deposits, I will ask them a question on my form is, can I charge your card after services have been provided that you've used to make the deposit? And that's a question that I have on the form, so that when they say yes, then I have their permission to charge upon completion of the appointment, the remainder. I like this too. I have this check, let clients give an extra tip if they're paying the full amount online. I have received tips for my mobile notary work or my wedding work. When they pay online, they give a tip, and you can do that way. I also have a coupon that actually works, and I just tell them to enter that code, and then they will receive the discount. So yeah, that's of course, very broad overview of Acuity. You could probably tell where my bias lies is in Acuity. But I definitely, as you know, I definitely did like the calendar view in Setmore. I'm committed right now to Acuity for at least a year, so I can't change my calendar provider. So for everybody who is listening, what other questions you may have, and what calendar you think you will use, or at least test out. Y'all can come off mute to answer. Oh, everybody's scared to speak. So we have Calendly, we have Setmore, and we have Acuity.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Addie.
Hi, Addie.
Hi everyone. I'm not really too sure because of course she gave us three good choices, but three great choices. So the presentation was really good. I was surprised. So I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay. But I'm not really too sure. And there was security in all of those. Can we sync these calendars into our Google calendars, or are they side alones, or can we have it integrated for a quick looking at the things of our bookings? Because I did hear for the Calendly, that's pretty much used for services such as doing your nails, barbers, and stuff, things like that.
So I believe they will. Let's look here. Let's look at Calendly. You have it Chrome, Facebook. It's testing with Gmail. Okay, so it looks like you can connect your calendar to Calendly. Let's see. What calendar? Okay, it looked like it's when I set it up, I guess because I set it up using my Google information, it's connected to my Google Calendar. So I'm gonna go look on my phone now to see if I see that appointment that I've made. Oh, I might not see it because I don't have this email account on my, connected, being that I just created it. But it should be on my calendar. Isn't calendar over here too? Didn't I see my Google Calendar?
It should be in the top. You got to go to your calendar up by your initial, where all the squares are, and then go to your Go up to the grid of, oh, never mind. Okay.
I think I found it with your direction. Let's see. It's loading. Okay, got it. So we did it for, it was, what day was it? The 30th. So yes, it is on my Google Calendar. That test appointment I did in Calendly is on my Google Calendar.
Okay, so with that being the case, that particular software for booking, for scheduling and booking, can be linked to Google Calendar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what about the other two?
I know Acuity can be linked to Google because my I'll look right now on my Google Calendar. And see if I see my Acuity appointment.
No.
And I do see my Acuity appointments on my Google Calendar. Hey, Keisha, you still there?
Yes,
On Setmore, do you see them on your Google Calendar?
I do. Now it's something within the settings that you have to link.
Okay, let me see.
So if you have more than one, you know, Google Calendar, like I have my personal Gmail, then I have my business business email, you have to link it to one calendar.
Okay.
So there's the calendar sync. Yep.
So it looks like all three can be linked to your Google Calendar.
Okay, I do have one more question, and I'm gonna shut up. Now,
Oh, no,
for Acuity, now you said in reference to the payment acceptance, it's only 3, if I remember, and that would be PayPal. Let's see, PayPal, Square, and I forgot the other, but it also said that you can also use credit card payments as well.
Well, it's going to, and the other one is Stripe. What's going to happen is you're going to have to connect. You're going to have to get an account with either 3 of those and then connect it to that. So once you have your Stripe account connected, set up, or I'm just saying Stripe, you will hit this connect button and then it will connect with your Stripe account.
Okay, and one more question in reference to the percentage. What is the increment for the percentage for the deposit?
Oh,
it's Acuity.
So if you're charging $20, you may want to say, okay, before I start driving out there, I need you to make a $10 deposit. It depends on how you want it set up. So you can make it 50% of all of whatever that price is, or you can just say, well, I just want a flat fee of $10 regardless of the price.
So is the minimum, what's the minimum and the maximum for the percentage part?
Oh, it's whatever you decide. It's totally up to you.
Oh, okay.
So you can require a deposit, you can make sure that you can make sure that they pay you in full before you even get in your car. Or you can just say, hey, I need to make sure they have a credit card on file so that I can charge at the end of the appointment. So you definitely have a variety of payment options for your
now, but also for the 50%, because you're saying you can put any number in for, it's not like, it's already programmed for the percentage. So you can put any, it isn't?
It's not programmed. So like for all 20 of my different appointments, I may require something different for you to book that appointment. I may require, if that appointment is $100 appointment, I may want 50%, or if it's a $10 appointment, then I may want $5, so I can adjust it based on the appointment type and the value of that appointment.
Okay, now for those 3 in reference to invoices, does it have the functionality of all 3 of them? Functionality of invoices and POs?
Okay, I don't now, because mine is connected with Square. I do not have a separate invoice, but I do use an invoice program that we go back and capture all of my Square appointments using my invoice program. But I don't necessarily send them another invoice because they've already paid. So I will go into my Wave apps and just report that appointment and the amount of the appointment and record it as paid. That way, so I never send an invoice, but I am keeping track of that appointment in my Wave apps and the money that it deposited to my Square account.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Anybody gonna try anything new? Oh, y'all just scared to say something now.
I am not trying anything new. I'm kind of like you. I am committed to Acuity. Of course, I was sold on Acuity because of the aesthetics. I like how it looks on the website. So that was part of the reason.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Thanks, y'all.
For-
Sorry. Thanks, V, for reminding me that I need you to see what it looks like. But for that, I can go to my website. Shameless plug here, but I really sometimes, eh, eh, eh. I very rarely use my website to book my appointments, y'all. I more than likely am using just sending them a link. And another thing with Acuity is that you can make it specific for that appointment type. Now, I haven't been up here in a minute. We'll see what editing is going to happen. Hold on, let's see. That's real estate, mobile notary.
Contact page.
My contact page. Okay.
Yes.
You see, that could tells you didn't create the website, right? Okay. So we have the contact page. And then I think if I'm on my services page, you can tell this is, if I click here, that's my short video. I'm gonna click here, mobile notary. This should take me, okay, there we go. So this is what Acuity looks like. And I do have the powered by Acuity scheduling, doesn't bother me, but this is where it just goes straight to a consultation. I don't even have all of my services because sometimes you want to speak to the person, and that's when I will go back and send them one of my direct Acuity links. So set your time zone and when I'm available, and it says I'm available at 7:30, and that's because I have this on my calendar, so it's not going to allow me to um, book at the same time. And so this is just for my consultation. I just need your name, your phone mail, your phone number and your email address. I wonder if I can find one of my other ones. I'm trying to remember to show you what it looks like when there is a form attached. Let's try this. Y'all, I'm just winging it right now. Trying to see if this is the actual, yeah, so that's not that's not one of my personal links. I'm logged in, but I was trying to go to show you what it looks like when you ask those questions and when you have a form attached. I'm gonna go back to Acuity so we're not just looking at a blank screen. But I definitely, like the Acuity scheduling of it. So any other questions? Well, I thank you all so much for joining this evening. Didn't go over too much of the hour, but if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you are watching this via YouTube, put your comments in the bottom if you're going to try a new one. And thank you. Oh, I think I did see a question pop up. Okay. Oh, you're welcome. And thank you for joining me on your Saturday evening. You all have a great evening. Let me stop sharing so we can have smiling faces before I end the video. Well, thank you all, and y'all have a great Saturday. Sayonara.